What if I told you that 2,000 years ago, a Roman philosopher laid out a complete blueprint for living a good life, a life of purpose, resilience, and calm, even when everything around you feels chaotic? That philosopher was Seneca, a key figure in Stoicism, and his advice is more relevant today than ever before. We're constantly bombarded with distractions, chasing things that don't truly matter, and feeling anxious about the future. But what if the secrets to a meaningful life aren't found in the latest app or trend, but in timeless wisdom that has guided people for centuries? Today, we're diving deep into Seneca's most powerful lessons. This isn't just a history lesson, it's a practical guide to transforming your daily life. By the end of this video, you'll have a new toolkit for navigating challenges, finding joy in the present, and building a life of genuine substance. So, let's explore the timeless advice of Seneca. The first, and perhaps most crucial lesson from Seneca is to master your time. He famously wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Think about that. We often complain about not having enough time, but how much of it do we truly own? How many hours are lost to mindless scrolling, worrying about things we can't control, or being busy without being productive? Seneca urged us to treat our time as our most valuable possession. You wouldn't let someone just walk into your house and take your belongings, so why do we let countless distractions steal our precious minutes and hours? Start by auditing your day. Where does your time actually go? Be honest with yourself, then be ruthless about protecting it. Learn to say no to things that don't align with your goals. Schedule your priorities. Don't just prioritize your schedule. This isn't about becoming a productivity machine. It's about reclaiming your life, moment by moment. To focus on what truly enriches you, whether that's learning, spending time with loved ones, or simply being present. Your time is your life. Guard it fiercely. Next, Seneca teaches us the art of emotional resilience through a powerful practice called premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. This might sound negative, but it's actually a brilliant strategy for building mental toughness. The idea is to regularly and calmly imagine worst-case scenarios. What if you lose your job? What if a project fails? What if you face criticism? By mentally rehearsing these events, you do two things. First, you strip them of their power to shock and paralyze you. The fear of the unknown is often far worse than the reality. When you've already visited that future in your mind, you're better prepared to handle it if it ever happens. Second, it cultivates gratitude for what you have right now. When you imagine losing something, you appreciate its presence more deeply. This isn't about dwelling on negativity. It's a controlled, rational exercise. Spend a few minutes each morning thinking, what could go wrong today? And then, how would I handle it with virtue and strength? This practice transforms anxiety about the future into a source of present-day calm and confidence. You become less fragile, more adaptable, and ready for whatever life throws your way. Another cornerstone of Seneca's philosophy is the pursuit of inner wealth over external riches. He wasn't against money. He was actually one of the wealthiest men in Rome, but he constantly warned against becoming a slave to it. He saw how the endless pursuit of more money, more status, more possessions, leads to a state of perpetual dissatisfaction. You get the new car, and for a week you're happy. Then you start wanting the next model. Seneca's point was that true wealth is internal. It's a well-ordered mind, a virtuous character, and the ability to find contentment with what you have. He wrote, "It is the mind that makes us rich." So, how do we cultivate this inner wealth? By focusing on things that can't be taken away from you. Your knowledge, your kindness, your integrity, your self-control. Instead of asking, what can I get? Ask, who can I become? Shift your focus from acquiring to being. When your sense of self-worth is tied to your character, not your bank account, you achieve a level of freedom and security that no amount of money can buy. This is the path to lasting contentment. Seneca also championed the importance of choosing your company wisely. He famously said, "Associate with people who are likely to improve you." This is something we intuitively know but often ignore. The people we spend the most time with have a profound influence on our mindset, our habits, and our ambitions. If you surround yourself with complainers, you'll start to see negativity everywhere. If you hang out with people who are lazy and uninspired, their apathy will rub off on you. Conversely, if you spend time with people who are positive, ambitious, and working to better themselves, you will naturally be lifted up. Their energy is contagious. This doesn't mean you should abandon old friends, but it does mean you should be intentional about who gets your most valuable asset, your time and attention. Seek out mentors. Find friends who challenge you to be better. Limit your exposure to those who drain your energy and pull you down. Your social circle is like a garden. If you don't actively cultivate it and pull out the weeds, it will quickly become overgrown with things that don't serve you. Choose your companions as if you were choosing your destiny, because in many ways, you are. One of the most comforting and practical pieces of Seneca's advice is to focus only on what you can control. This is the central pillar of Stoicism, often called the dichotomy of control. So much of our anxiety and frustration comes from trying to manage things that are, ultimately, outside of our power. We worry about what other people think of us. We get angry about traffic. We stress about the economy. Seneca would say this is madness. It's like trying to command the weather. The Stoic approach is to draw a clear line in your mind. On one side are the things you can't control, external events, other people's actions and opinions. On the other side are the things you can control, your thoughts, your judgments, your responses, and your actions. Your entire focus, your energy, should be directed toward this second category. You can't control a rude comment from a coworker, but you can control how you choose to respond with anger or with calm indifference. You can't control a project deadline being moved up, but you can control how you organize your work to meet it. By constantly practicing this mental sorting, you free yourself from a huge amount of unnecessary suffering. You become an active agent in your own life, not a passive victim of circumstance. Finally, Seneca reminds us that life is short and death is certain, but this isn't meant to be depressing. It's meant to be motivating. The constant awareness of our own mortality, memento mori, is a powerful call to live fully and virtuously right now. Why postpone your happiness? Why put off that important conversation? Why delay becoming the person you want to be? We act as if we have an infinite supply of tomorrows, but we don't. Seneca urged us to live each day as if it were our last, not in a reckless way, but with intention, purpose, and appreciation. Ask yourself, if this were my last day, would I be proud of how I'm spending it? Am I being kind? Am I learning? Am I contributing something of value? This perspective cuts through the trivialities and focuses your mind on what truly matters. It's a filter that helps you say no to distraction and yes to meaning. Don't fear death. Use it as a tool to shape a beautiful and well-lived life. The awareness of the end is what gives the present moment its incredible value. So there you have it. The timeless wisdom of Seneca, as relevant today as it was to millennia ago. Master your time, prepare for adversity, seek inner wealth, choose your company wisely, focus on what you can control, and live with urgency. This isn't about a complete life overhaul overnight. It's about integrating these small, powerful shifts into your daily routine. Start by picking just one. Maybe tomorrow, you'll audit your time. Or perhaps you'll practice premeditating a small challenge. These ancient ideas aren't just philosophy to be read. They are tools to be used. They offer a roadmap to a life of resilience, purpose, and profound calm in a world that often feels anything but. The good life isn't something you find, it's something you build, day by day, choice by choice. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into Stoic wisdom. If you found this advice as powerful as I do, please give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more content on practical philosophy for modern life. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Which of Seneca's lessons resonated with you the most? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.